going? Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the first edition of the Colored Curlies series, and so I'm going to be doing a few videos talking all about hair color for naturally curly hair. I have gotten requests ever since I got this new hair color done. If you guys want to see kind of the process of how I achieved this color, I've got it all recorded on my Cream of Nature experience. I got my hair colored by Cream of Nature a couple weeks ago now, and I'm still loving it. It's vibrant, it's beautiful, literally changes in whatever lighting that I'm in, so it's really fun. And so I put all that info in the other video, so I'll link it here for you guys if you want to check that out. But this is going to be the first edition of Colored Curlies, and this video is going to be called You're Thinking About Color. So as you guys know, well, my old timers who have been following me for a while, I've had different colored hair in the past 2 years more than ever. I've been coloring my hair since I was about 12 years old, DIY, at-home stuff, to professionally getting it colored, and by all means, I have ran the gambit of having bad and good experiences at home and professionally. So if anyone is to tell you guys about hair color, I think I'm a good candidate. So here you guys go. I'll go ahead and get into it. I'll give you a little bit more information kind of about my background as far as hair color goes. I've gotten my hair colored many times, and I'll put some photos here. And as I've colored my hair over the years, I've definitely gone through trial and error about things that I should do and shouldn't do when coloring. And so as you guys can see in the photos, some of my hair looked great and some of my hair looked really bad. I've definitely had my bats with professionals even messing my hair up when it came to color. So, and a lot of it had to do with not understanding what I had done prior to my hair, and a lot of it was previous color that I should have never done in the first place, messing up my next process of color. When you're thinking about color, there are some things that you want to keep in mind, and so I'm going to split this into two. I'm going to talk about virgin hair, and then I'm going to talk about previously colored or relaxed hair or whatever second. So first, if you got virgin hair and you really want to add some color in your life, and you're seeing all these blonde bombshells and these purple hair and red hair, and you want to try something drastic and bold, let's just chill, okay? Because sometimes we want to make these big changes, but we're not ready whenever it actually happens. So my first thing is make sure that your eyes and your internal self is ready to see that big change, because a lot of times we get all excited, we're like, yeah, let's just do it, I want to be spontaneous, I want to just go in and get it done. Well, when you see that color for the first time, it can be kind of shocking, okay? And so to avoid that type of situation, you want to start with subtle color changes, highlights, you know, low lights, ombre, stuff where you're not completely coloring your entire head, but you're able to kind of see the color change and kind of make your way to those bigger, bolder color changes. That's just so, one, it's for the health of your hair. Your hair does not like bold change, okay? It wants that subtle change. Give it some time to get used to having color on it if it's never had color before, and kind of make your way to those bolder colors. So in order to prepare for color, now that you've decided that you're gonna go through with it, you definitely want to deep condition before and after. And so for me, I do moisturizing and protein induced conditioner before and after. I really want to make sure, if not before, especially after I get color done, that my conditioner that I use has protein in it. And so when you get your hair colored, even especially if you're going lighter, which most of us are going lighter because we have naturally dark hair, you're stripping proteins from the hair when you're getting that color put on or bleaching it to get a lighter color. So you want to make sure that you are re-upping on that protein that you're losing through that chemical process. And so I like to use the Apogee 2-step. That's like the best and most intense aggressive protein treatment that I've ever used. It's like the 2-step, so it comes with a liquid and a moisturizer. You put the liquid on first, it hardens on your hair, and then you put the moisturizer on. What I like to do though is I like to do the protein treatment and then get my own deep conditioner. So usually I'll use like an all natural conditioner conditioner, or I'll do a DIY conditioner where I've had like a base conditioner, I've added all this good stuff in it to help my hair even more. So that's what I would do after I've gotten color done. But beforehand, you definitely want to make sure that you're using some sort of deep treatment just to prep your hair and kind of give it an extra bit of gusto before you go through that chemical treatment. And once you've gotten that color done, also continue doing those treatments once a week. Now, if it's your first time coloring your hair, I strongly recommend going to a professional, okay guys? I know a lot of us feel like we can do everything at home, we don't need to pay nobody to do it, but when it comes to color, there's so much that goes into it that you really don't want to mess it up. I think if you've gotten your hair colored a couple times, you've talked to your hairstylist and you built a rapport with her or him, and you kind of understand the color process and you've done your own research, then you can go ahead and like touch up your color at home on your own or whatever. But I really do recommend seeing a professional, because honestly all of our hair is so different, and things that we put in our hair that we didn't realize we put in, or products or whatever, can change the way that your hair color comes out. So definitely seek out a professional, even if it's just to get your hair consulted by a professional before you do it yourself. Asking them what kind of products or hair color systems that they recommend for using on your hair. Also, make sure if you do it at home, you do the patch test, where you take a strip of your hair and you put the color on, leave it for the whole duration of the time that you would do like your whole head, and see how it comes out on that one strand, because that's how you can kind of tell how your hair is going to react to the full color process. Now, if you've previously colored your hair, you want to make sure that when you go to see your professional or you do it at home, you realize that that previous color is going to affect your results, hands down. Doesn't matter, it's going to affect your results, even if it's been a year, 2 years, 3 years since you've colored your hair. You know, the hair color, the chemical process does change your hair a bit. So it may have affected your porosity, it may have affected the density of your hair, it may have affected a lot of things. So it's best when you are going to recolor your hair with a different product, or it's been a while or whatever, see a professional. If you're going to just do like a dark brown or refreshing like a previous color you've already gotten, I think that you'd be fine. I would definitely still do the patch test, but you want to make sure that when you go to your professional, you tell them everything that you've done to your hair, even if it was like 5 years ago, because that 5 years ago could still be at the ends of your hair. So what you don't want to do is you want to color your whole hair and then you've got patches on the bottom of your hair. So you want to make sure that you fully disclose everything that you've done to your hair to your stylist, so that they know and they're prepared to do whatever they need to do, whether that be a pre-lightening process, a color removal, or you know, fixing a previous color. They need to know those things so that they can take care of your hair to their best ability. And so I, for one, had to get my hair color lifted, because in order to get this color that I have now, because I had previously dyed my hair black, which is something you never ever want to do. Hear it from the source. Don't ever do it, okay? Don't ever use black hair dye, box color at home, because if you ever want to recolor your hair, you basically have to grow your entire head out before you can do anything else with your hair without damaging your hair. Now, my hair, because my stylist is a genius and just has blessed hands, she was able to lift my color off and still achieve this bright color that I have now without bleaching my hair. We used a pre-lightening process that we only lifted my hair to like a brown. Literally, even in the photos when we pre-lightened my hair, it looked, you couldn't even really see the difference between like my dark hair up here and my lighter hair down here. You really could not see it. The hair color, the Cream of Nature color, made these colors actually come out. So that's one thing I really like about the Cream of Nature color. Their box color is really great because with virgin hair, you don't need to pre-lighten to get these bright colors. If you have previously colored your hair, even if it's a rinse, again, you have to let your stylist know, because the rinse is gonna have deposit that leaves residue on your hair, and it may cause patching, or what my stylist called holidays, which are unexpected patches here and there. I learned that when I was at the salon. But yeah, so as you guys can tell, my hair is still really healthy, and if you're going to do a pre-lightening process, that's what I would recommend, is only lifting your hair a tiny bit and then gradually kind of getting lighter if that's what you want to do. But prepare yourself, okay? Do those protein treatments, do the once a week deep condition. You've got to do that or your hair will really suffer from those treatments. So yeah, that's the first installment of the Colored Curlies series, and until next time you guys, I'll talk to you later. If you have questions, comment down below and I will try to answer them either in the comments or in the next video. See you later. Bye.